necessary precautions. I will present myself professionally all times. I will represent my daughter at all times because they're looking for one thing, whether I act crazy out in public, get arrested for anything, to say, okay, the case is over with, we're done. They will not get that from me.
What do you think happened to Mitrice?
You know what? Speculation is zero tolerance in the court of law. But what I do know is these officers had a play hand in it. Based on all the information we gathered, based on all the evidence that we have against them, they're covering up my daughter's death and how she died and who was involved.
Do you think that the cover-up was anything specific? Do you feel that you have more clarity about that?
I definitely do. And based on the fact that Lee Baca had to step down from all the wrongdoings that caught up with him, based on the fact that Paul Tanaka is facing charges for his character in the jails, hiding inmates from the federal government. Definitely, they're capable of hiring and hiding and covering up different things. And the public should now see that based on those two incidents alone with higher officials at that level, this is nothing. This is a walk in the park to cover up things or try to cover up things. And we're not having it.
Now, I watched a couple of interviews with you from earlier, and I know the circumstances surrounding the night that she disappeared, that she was described as behaving differently. Now, I have mental illness in my family, so I understand. You said the term mental breakdown in one of your earlier interviews. What exactly was Mitrice dealing with in her mind?
I spoke with two of her professors at Cal State Fullerton. My daughter graduated with a 4.0 average in her class. He said that is abnormal. Two of the professors explained to me, students have hung themselves, committed suicide based on the courses and the curriculum that they have to take in that class. Right. It is very stressful, it is very hard. My daughter, being the perfectionist that she is, was against extreme pressure. In one of her journals that I found in her car when I cleaned out her car after they gave it back, she outlined different things that she was being challenged with in life. And so, we all just get to the point where the world works at this level. Right. My daughter was working at this level. That's overkill for a lot of people, and I want my daughter to know that I'm working at this level to get this matter resolved.
So was she an overperformer? Was she bipolar? Was there any knowledge in the family about either of those things?
I'm not a clinician, so I can't diagnose her. What I will say to the public is that my daughter never demonstrated any type of mental illness around me. She, and I guess maybe she was always comfortable around me. She was a daddy's girl. She's my only child. She's spoiled rotten by me. So she let her hair down around me, so she never showed that sign of me. So I can't diagnose her with that.
Okay, but I was reading that the sheriffs thought that she didn't show any sign of mental illness, but there was maybe some concern, possibly from her mother, and I know you can't speak for her mother.
Well, what I can say is this here. If you pull the records from depositions from the sheriffs that are now public review, they inconsistencies go from the time Whitmore said she walked out that front door, right, and we later found out she walked out the side door and she was followed by an officer. This whole substation has been dismantled, but we found them, like the officer who followed her. The most surprising thing that I found is he was transferred to Los Angeles in a nearby community near us, working with children at a football. They're all trying to clean up their image, working with children, working with special needs children, and that's pathetic. That is totally pathetic.
Let me just see if I have anything else. Was there any type of lie detector test done on any of the investigative detectives?
A close friend of the family who's been working with us, Jasmine Canning, suggested that very early on, and Lee Baca scoffed at that and thought that was abnormal. Of course, they ran from that. But like I said, we are now starting next week with all the newfound evidence, all the new pieces of the puzzle that we have. We want to reach out to Jim McDonald. We want to reach out to Kamala Harris and just speak with us and let us put it all on the table before we take it to a grand jury and get results.
Okay, one more question for you. She is 30 this year. How are you keeping her memory alive?
I keep her memory alive. I don't keep her memory alive. You guys keep her memory alive. And that helps me because the people are still involved in her life and what happened to her, and they want answers. The support that I have from the community of Los Angeles is unbelievable. The media support is unbelievable, and it drives me. It pushes me. And knowing how these individuals operate, how these individuals have done misconduct in the past, and when you look online and see how many sheriffs are being arraigned on a daily basis for misconduct, I gotta fight. She worked at a 4.0. That's the highest you can go. I will be less than a father to try to cover it, solve this case at a 3.5.
Did you celebrate her birthday at all in the years?
Yes, ma'am.
What
Yes,
do you guys
ma'am.
do to celebrate?
We celebrate by going to her grave site. We drink Dom Perignon. We do things like order a Kobe steak, and the things that she did last at Joffrey's restaurant. And though I've never been to Joffrey's restaurant, because that's going to be a tough pill to swallow, to know that this is the actual place. This is a tough pill to swallow, to be right here on the premises where my daughter walked out lastly, and to know that all the various lies that they have told us and the stonewalling that they do is hard. It's very hard. But I want them to know, because I know that they look at my website for Mitrice, bringmitricejustice.org. They look at my Facebook. You have not broke me. You have not broken me. That is my backbone. You took the most precious thing for me in life, and I will not stop until I get one of you to roll over on all of them. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
That was cool.